Hey, 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 this is your recap Auntie. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm doing the Febreze shakeable shake. Jays know what I'm talking about. Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome to my channel. Hello, all new subscribers, all of my seasoned rascals. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to be obedient. So while you're here, okay, go ahead and what they said. Let's see, Auntie. Make sure that you tell people to subscribe and push the notification bell. It'll be right on the screen. I got to get used to saying that, y'all. I'm just used to talking about my life and then jumping right into the show. So I want to be obedient. And so those of you who are listening, who are not subscribers, because I get a lot of listeners, but not too many subscribers. So y'all go ahead and subscribe and make sure that that notification bell is turned on, y'all, because it seems like YouTube is like unsubscribing people. And you might think that I did it. No, it ain't me, baby. I ain't have time to be going through no list to see who here and who ain't. So yeah, if you just make sure that that bell is on, so you can get notification when I put up a new video. Okay. So yes, it's gonna be weird because I don't be asking y'all for nothing. I just show up, honey. But they was like, look, Auntie, look, we here. You know, fuck everybody else. And I love it. I love it. I love it. But yeah, go ahead and thumbs me up. If the more you thumbs me up, the more I get seen on the main pages. And so yeah, I'm here to have some fun. I do mine a little bit different. Yeah, it's gonna be at least an hour long. That's what I do because I have fun. Giving my little commentary and cussing. Do a little bit of this and that, voices and shit. That's what I do over here because I have a good time. And you know what, y'all? I had to remember my main foundation for doing this show when I first got started. I told y'all that my mom was a huge fan of the soap operas. That's why I started watching All My Children and One Life to Live because a lot of times we had something to talk about. But before she transitioned, her and her husband are huge fans of The Young and the Restless and The Bold and the Beautiful. Never really was a CBS fan of soap operas, and never was. But she loved it so much so that the day that she passed away, she wanted to come back home. And I was going to go and visit her because again, I was already in DC. And while I was talking to her husband, you could hear in the background of one of the soap operas was playing. So she actually transitioned while Young and the Restless was on TV. So I have to remember that. Yeah, I'm very emotionally connected to this show because I have so many reasons because it's a majority black show. It's new. We here from the beginning. I want to be on the show. Whenever that opportunity pops up, and I have a connection to it. My mom loved CBS stories. So, and I can't forget that. Yeah, I might get mad and pissed off with these characters, but again, they doing exactly what the fuck they are paid to do is to act, honey. Act. And if I was getting paid the type of coins that they and the one thing about it, a lot of them, although they might be on this show, shit, they got other stuff that they do on the background. Whether they do movies, they got their own businesses, they do whatever they have to do to make up because some of them are not on the shows all the time. They might be the main characters, but they working, baby. They need to work. you know. So, I'm gonna try to at least give them my views and give them my time because I do like the characters. I like the show. But if it gets too ridiculous, yeah, I'll pull back. I'll let y'all know. Like fuck this shit. But it's a good escape for me and I love it. And hopefully you guys do too. So I just wanted to take the first 5 minutes of the video just to, you know, introduce the video, say hello, be welcoming, tell everybody I said what's up. Even y'all in the back. I see y'all. I see y'all back there, especially Miss Gladys. I don't know Miss Gladys, but if I call your name, you be like, girl, that's me, Miss Gladys. I see you back there listening to me, girl. She be like, sure, how you know I was there? I don't think there's. I ain't never seen no Miss Gladys name, but I know there's a Gladys listening to me because they said my audience is women that are 65 and up. So I know Gladys, you listening. If your name is Gladys, you better say here. Of your grandmammy or somebody named Gladys, send her over here so she can listen to me cuss to talk about this soap opera. All right, the soaps, or we should say the stories. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and get started and recap episode number 181, baby. For what? Beyond the Gates, bitch. What you think you here for? You ain't here to just hear me. You here to see what we talking about. I already saw Haley's ass on here. Yesterday was good though, especially that little episode between Derek and Ashley. Ooh, I had to wipe my mouth after I drank that wine, honey. Ooh, I had a sangria. What's the name of them? Damn. Let me look at my bottle. Hold on. All right, it's called Childress or Childress, Childress, Sun Kissed Sangria. Got it from the grocery store. I'm a sweet white wine drinker. I can't do red. Gives me a headache. Takes my blood pressure up. My damn head just be banging. I can't do it. Give me a nice sweet white. I don't like dry, nothing like that. So that's what I got, and it was good too. I like now if I'm gonna do red, I'm gonna do a sangria that's sweet, and it has to have fruit in it. It has to be like a fruit sangria that you would normally drink at a restaurant. So that's what I had, and it was pretty good. So if you're a sweet wine drinker, white, let me know. As a matter of fact, give me some in the comments. I think James, you got a list, don't you, Jay? A lot of y'all gave me some lists a long time ago of some drinks that I should try. So if you don't mind, mention those again. If you're new subscribers, let me know your favorite drink. If you're a drinker, you don't have to be a drunkard, but you can drink because Jesus turned water into wine. So don't judge me. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and get started with this recap in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, Mr. Sexy. Hello there, Mrs. Sexy. Oh my God, this is Danny talking to Dre, and they are just doing their little FaceTime. They just so cute. How was the pop-up photo exhibit? She says. He was like, Sean, he got some pretty good work on display. Yeah. Y'all know his real name is Sean in real life, right? And they spelled it like his name is spelled. Sean. So on the words, the closed caption has Sean's got pretty good work on display. Yeah, that's crazy. Y'all ain't slick beyond the gates. Yeah, his name is Sean Freeman. He will cuss your ass out if you talk real bad about Ashley too. He said he'll block your ass. Sean don't play. I would love to be like go out and have some drinks with him because he seemed like he's really dope. They go to concerts, him and his wife or girlfriend. I can't remember who she is, but he seemed like on his page he has a really great time. So he asks her, how are things with him, her and the girls, because Naomi and Chelsea are there with her at the country club. Y'all done talking about how the turkey day went down, how their turkey day went because Chelsea was with Madison with her crazy ass mammy, and Naomi, was there with the fam, you know. So she said not yet. She said, but they're coming. You go ahead and focus on those rich buyers for your pigs, baby. And whenever you die, you can come on and join us for dessert here at the country club. Ooh, she says, I cannot wait to lay my eyes on you in this club. And then later on, baby, lay everything else on you, baby. While she talking nasty like that to her husband, her girls is walking up. Our kids don't like to hear us talk like that. See, y'all doing what Samantha did. Ear jockey. NSFW calls in the country club that your grandfather built. That's Chelsea. Y'all know I'm going to look up NSFW, right? I remember what it was, but let me make sure. Oh, it says not safe for work. Oh, okay. NSFW. All right. Mother, have you no shame? Naomi said. Danny was like, honey, ain't no scandal here. I'm talking to my man. Oh, he's like, hey, Naomi, Chelsea. They said, hi, Dad. Both of them said it together. Y'all don't let Bill hear that shit. She's like, okay, I'll see you later, boo. So she hangs up the phone. She said, you rotten children. She said, was that really necessary, girls? And Chelsea was like, yes. And so Naomi was like, here how I see it, honey. We can either be sarcastic and humorous with our steppappy, or we can be insulting and bitter, like we are with our wicked stepmother. Yeah. I'm sorry, Bill, but my errands are taking a lot longer than I thought. That's Chelsea, honey, with this, I mean, not Chelsea, girl, Haley, with this old oversized cheetah coat. Now, the cheetah coat is cute, and that belt she got on is cute. They dress her real heavy, heavy wigs, heavy clothes. She's at the Bird Cafe talking to Bill, honey, lying to him about whatever errand she's taking is taking her much more longer than what she thought. Just a lie. No problem, baby. I'll just order me a drink and wait for you at the lobby. He's in the lobby while Danny and the girls are in the dining area. And she was like, a cup of tea, I presume. He was like, fuck that. More like a glass of the most top shelf tea that they got. She in this tea shit. Go in and drink your tea, Bill, and tell the girls that yeah, this tea tastes different than the one Haley fixes me. Please. You are so bad, she says. He says, look, while the sexy little cat is away, baby, the mouse is gonna have a drink, all right? From the private stash the club keeps stock for me. Damn, that's privilege. You ain't even no Dupree no more. So the waiter was talking to some white lady. He just lifted up his finger and the waiter was like, I'm coming. Well, while you're enjoying that, because when I get there, you're going to enjoy that yourself. Because when I bring my ass there, I ain't letting you put no fucking toxins in that slamming body. Oh, he says, well, one man's tea is another man's poison. Don't trust a big button to smile that girl. Hey. I'll see you soon, she says. Love you. Love you too, he says. So she hangs up the phone. Okay, that should keep him off my ass for a minute. She's so ghetto. Randy is standing there because I guess because we didn't see him when she was first came in talking. I guess he was behind her. So Randy was like, "So why the fuck am I here? I need another special order from the guy's boutique." And Bill said the same thing she said at the same time, and make that shit a double. Damn. Got the pop 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 pop. Hey. Man, it's been too long since we had a drink together. We are at Uptown, and that's Jacob talking to Derek as Derek hobbles in on his little walker. Yeah. I'm glad you called, Derek said. Wasn't sure if I made the custody agreement or not. What do you mean, man? I mean, when couples break up, friends decide who keeps to keep who. I figured that Naomi wanted to keep Ashley, so that was going to leave me out in the cold, as far as you're concerned. That is not how Naomi and I roll, all right? She's got her friends and I got my boys. Hey Baldwin, get your ass over here. I need you to back me up on something. That's that cute ass, fine ass fire guy. What's his name? Liam? Hey Liam, with your chocolate ass. Go on over there and join him, man. I'll get our first round. So Derek going on over there with Liam. What's up, Liam? I was gonna say William. Who who chill wins? Mine's a Bryce weak sauce. We ain't gonna talk about this man talk. I mean, so they still talking about who has the more taste, and we find out that Derek's chili sauce is better than anybody. And guess who comes up behind him? Beautiful ass Cheryl. She's gorgeous. She says Baldwin has all of you boys' food. No, I'm sorry, Baldwin has all of you fools beat hands down. She's sexy Latina. It's good to see you out and about. Hmm? She said, Bryce, your chili is trash because you put noodles in it. And when I tell you Derek looks so happy to see her beautiful ass, I'm happy too. She's so pretty. You said, yo, man, I'm making Cincinnati sound. Do you see Cincinnati anywhere around here? She said, no, there's no Cincinnati around here. And your chili, Liam, has some flavor, but zero heat. Girl, I don't. Girl, he got some heat on this damn TV. He fine. And Mr. Baldwin, he knows exactly what he's doing. He'll leave your lips tingling for days. And she's just looking at him like she just wants to eat him up with a spoon. And Liam looking like, ew. Because she's not talking to you, Liam. She's talking to Derek. Now remember I keep the TV on during the time that it airs. So I thought I saw Ashley drinking. All right. We're at her box and she's there down in I guess some pinkish wine. And you could hear her swallow that shit too. How many takes did you have to do that for? Hopefully you had to do one, girl, because we could hear you swallowing that shit. God, look at Tide. Hey Tide. Tide. Now Tide, don't fuck with her, Tide. She using you, Tide. Cause ain't nobody else there, Tide. Everybody done left her. Dre left her. Derek left her. Tide, you gonna always be there, but don't let her use you like that, Tide. All right? You come over here, Tide. All right? Don't fuck with her. She's trouble, Tide. She done put Tide in the closet, baby, and then she kicked him. See, I told you that bitch be using people. Damn. She kicked Tide, y'all, in the closet. Kicked him. Then we hear, who the fuck is that? I am so glad you're home. I want to talk to you about the Winterfest, honey. This is Jan. Jan is there talking about the Winterfest, honey. You better hope that's a real ticket, bitch. You better hope and pray that's a real fucking ticket. Winterfest? Ashley says. Only the most important crest, the most important event in Crest at this time of year. Uh, Yeah, of course you remember, don't you, girl? Well, this year you are going to get to experience that shit in person. I almost forgot the important part. Leslie gave me a ticket, and you, my dear, are my plus one. And this bitch is still not happy. What the fuck you want? She's like, huh. So, Jan was like, it's a little early for bed, sweetheart, isn't it? Because she's dressed in like pajamas. This bitch is still not happy. She's not happy that Andre wants somebody else, and now she knows that Derek has the attention of somebody else. Girl, go hide under a rock. So, Mama, you know how we do. We're gonna fill our baby's forehead, on the back of our hand. You feeling all right, girl? I'm fine. Tell me what's wrong, baby girl. So they're on her little tall, funky ass, green ass. Is that a green? No, gray ass couch. Them little fucking feet. Uh, Derek came to the hospital for PT session today. Was he the one that made my sweetie cry? Jan says. And Ashley was like, yeah. No. Yeah. I told you she don't know what the fuck she want. I told you it's like this, that, him, him. Up, down, left, right, back and forth and back and forth. She's so confusing. Oh, I get whiplash watching her. Jan was like, well, bitch, you should have never proposed to Derek if you didn't know who you wanted to be with in the first place, girl. Okay, Derek lied to me about being paralyzed to manipulate me into staying with him. How in the hell is that not enough reason to call things off? Look, I agree, honey. Derek was a complete jerk for lying to your ass. But he was definitely right to be concerned about your connection to Dre. And he could definitely tell that it went a lot deeper than damn friendship. That's what made him, a little bit insecure. Hashtag Issa Rae. So you think the best thing for me to do would be to trap myself in a marriage based on a lie? You're the one who proposed because I felt sorry for him. Bitch. She loves screaming at fucking people. Oh my god. Slap her, Jan. Oh my god. I actually told the truth. Yes, bitch, you did. Oh my god. I never said that before. To anyone. Mom, you must think I'm a terrible person. I mean, a horrible person. No, Jan says, what I am is just glad that you finally spoke your damn truth. After all this time, you letting it eat away at you, girl. It feels really damn good, don't it? It does. But it also sucks. The truth does that, Jan says, but at least you don't have to carry it alone anymore. I am here for you, baby. Well, just face it, guys. Just face it. We are back at Uptown. I forgot to mention that. We are Uptown. And that is Cheryl talking to the guys about, I guess, chili. Derek here is the spicy one in our firehouse. I vote for Liam's chili, Derek says. So they get to talking about some new probie, I guess, new guy. And Liam starts to talk, and while he's over there listening, you see Jacob about to sit down. He got their drinks. They about to sit down. You came to the club to chit chat with Jacob. Now you ain't go over there and talk to Liam and Cheryl and the other dude. Now come on, now you gotta be right now. So while Liam is still talking, Derek was like, "Look, guys, I gotta go, go get my buddy Jacob. Didn't bring him over." She said, "The more the merrier." Oh, he lying. Derek full of shit tomorrow. I would, but he's going through a little something, so I better be there for my friend. No, your ass is going through something. Y'all just need some alone time. You can't be real with the people. Derek just a liar, honey. So he hobbles back over there with Jacob, making it seem like he's a wonderful superhero friend to save his friend. Shit, Jacob done already popped his bottle. He drinking his brew. Look, I don't mind if you over there hanging with your firehouse friends. You know that, right, bro? And now he comes over there and tells Jacob, yeah, I'm not in the mood for a group thing tonight. You just told two different lies. Is something wrong other than Ashley, you mean? I didn't want to bring her ass up again if that wound is still healing. I don't think that wound is ever going to heal, especially if I keep ripping it open like I did earlier. What happened? Hell, I just got confirmation that Ashley's been gaslighting my ass. How the hell did you find out? From the man himself, Andre Richardson. All those damn times Ashley insisted that Andre wasn't a factor in our relationship. Turns out that bitch called him and poured her heart out to his ass the minute that bitch took my ring off her fucking finger. And then we slipped on our custom designed wedding rings and exchanged vows. That is my Danny talking to her girls about her and Andre's time in LA. At the country club, she continues and says, brand new ones, okay? Since we didn't remember the ones we made in Vegas, those were the cigar band. Ah, Naomi says that story was definitely to die for until that last part, Mom. Girl, I'm just keeping it real, Danny says. But now I need you girls to keep it real with me, okay? Are you happy for me? Mom, we haven't seen you this radiant in a long, long time, Chelsea said. So, yes, we're thrilled. And even though Hayden ass Naomi says, even though he is closer to our age than yours, we really do think that Andre and you are a really damn good match. Well, that last comment, Danny says, was uncalled for, girl. I'm just keeping it real. I almost said her real name. Naomi says, her name is Ariel. That girl is a dancer. She can really move. She's really talented and she's so pretty. Naomi saw Danny looking toward the door. Oh, is Andre here already? Mom's got a twinkle in her eye. You know why? Because she saw Bill standing at the door looking at them. So she started to twinkle in her eye. I do not twinkle, Danny says, but I think I did see someone, all right? When I get back. I want to hear all about your Thanksgiving celebrations. You are not going to believe what happened in mine, honey. That bitch, she goes, y'all know the outfit she had on yesterday. She took one half of her jacket off her shoulder and she said, you ain't gonna believe what's happening in mine. Tossed her hair back and walking all sexy, honey, to the lobby because she knows she still got it for Bill. So Chelsea was like, girl, what do you really think what happened? Well, there's a lot of things that are unbelievable, Naomi says, when our mother is concerned. Yeah, you're right. So maybe I'm thinking, Naomi says, Thanksgiving with Oprah and Gail. Why are you lurking out here? She's trying to fix her sweater like she's trying to get it together. This is what she's talking to Bill about. I don't lurk, he says. She says, I saw your ass peeking around the corner and then try to pull back and try to hide, which is a quite a trick for a man of your size because he's a big man. He about 6'7", I think. Think that's what you said, Sent? I think you said that he was about 6'7". Big nigga. He just says he found it funny. Then he says, I thought I heard Naomi and Chelsea over there kikiing. And your cackle. She says, why don't you come on over there and say hi to the girls? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to interrupt mother and daughter time. I'm not buying that. And what's the real reason you don't want to come over? I just want to sip my damn scotch in peace, he says, without a lecture about my damn stroke. Almost the truth, Danny says, but not quite. Try again. I'm waiting on Haley, okay? Who I know good and damn well is not welcome at your table. I think your ass gave me a bad fucking batch. We're back at the Bird Cafe, and that's what Haley told Cuz it's taking him forever. I think it was some water, girl. Some sugar water. Y'all think they gave him a placebo? She pissed. She is so pissed that this nigga ain't killed over yet. Bill, his ass is not showing one single symptom. Cause my guy, he said it's slow acting. Okay, there's slow and then there's never, nigga. I mean, like, what are your guys' credentials? Randall said. Randy. I said Randall. Maurice, don't come up here and talk about say Randall. Look, Maurice been busy. If y'all, those of y'all who are new, I know y'all be tired of that. But sometimes he will peek his head in here and say a little bit of this and that. But he's been so busy, been more of a main character. He hasn't been peeking his head in here. But when it first started, he would be over here talking. He has his own YouTube channel. Y'all can go over there and subscribe to Mr. Maurice P. Carey. He's pretty cool. He'll put up different stuff that he does outside of Beyond the Gates and, also this too. So let's help him build up his subscribers. Why y'all subscribe to my ass too, all right? So he said, credentials? Ha! Now look, he ain't got no damn diplomas on his wall if that's what the fuck you asking. Well, how do you know that he knows what the hell he's talking about? That girl, is she from the South? Cause her southern draw always comes the fuck out. Cause he's my guy, Randy says. Ah, Nick, at this rate, Bill's gonna die of old age waiting on your damn results. And I ain't intend to wait that damn long. Okay, easy, Randy says. I'm whispering because they both are whispering. Although they sitting front and center at the damn Bird Cafe in front of everybody. Okay, easy, he says. His death has to look natural. Remember, girl, if a giant like that drops dead tomorrow, who the fuck you think is going to be the number one suspect, huh? Is there any particular reason why you tripping with no map, cuz? Yes, and you know just who it is. Ha, Danny Dupree. No, no. No matter what I do, it seems like my husband can't keep his mind off his rusty, dusty ex. So that's the reason why your ass wants something more potent, Randy said. I worked too hard in setting up this con. I just can't let this plan just fall apart now. Before Bill gets any closer to Danny, I'm planning on making my bank account $10 million plus fatter. And Bill 6 feet under in the ground. Now that's motherfucking mathin'. Yeah, cuz I really do dig this new meeting spot. I guess he went off to get him some more coffee and got her some coffee, and so he told her how much he likes the new Bird Cafe spot. I picked it because he don't have eyes around here like he does at the casino. Yeah. So Randy picks up his cup, and so Haley was like, "Are you sure you want to do that shit? I mean, you go around leaving your drinks out in the open like that? Anything could happen. I'm just saying." He was like, "Bitch, you and I both know that your ass cannot afford to get rid of me. I'm the only connection to the secret sauce. Not to mention, none of your fucking cons would ever work without me." Yeah, boy. You're the one pulling all the weight on this one, cuz. Don't forget, I'm the brains behind this operation, cuz. Sure. So why don't you use that beautiful mind of yours, Randy says, and figure out why your husband is still so drawn to his ex-wife. I mean, Danny Dupree is damn fine, he says. But she is just so, Haley says, unhinged. And Randy was like, "Yeah." Like, you got it, cuz. Well, yeah, Bill does admit that it is part of the attraction to her. Shit, I wish I knew that shit before I started playing so damn sweet and vulnerable. I can do unhinged too. Nah, he didn't want more of the same. Some men, they just like to switch it up a bit. True, true, because I'm definitely the opposite of what my man's ex. I'm the complete opposite. He says, and besides, now that Danny's ass is married, she'll settle down and Bill will lose interest. No, he won't. No, because Bill's ass can't, he wants what he cannot have. He sees a happy Danny moving on with her life and he wants to wreck it so she can be back to being a hot mess and obsessing over his ass again. Well, shit, it ain't much your ass can do, cuz if you can't keep him away from his ex. Never sell me short. I'll think of some way to keep them away from each other. So back at the country club, Bill looks at his phone. Yeah, she'll be back in a minute. Danny was like, "Well, since Haley is late from her play date, honey, you should have no problem stopping by and saying hello to our daughters. You won't be intruding much." So she leaves him and goes back into the, dining area. Naomi, her nosy ass, who in the hell did you go sprint out there to go see? I noticed your father out there, so I told him to come in here and say hello. And I didn't sprint. Naomi was like, "Yeah, right." Chelsea looked back, so I don't see him. "Oh, no, no, no. He's out in the reception waiting for someone," Danny said. "Oh, for Haley." No, 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 no. Saying her name just conjures her. Whew. All right, enough about her ass. How were your Thanksgiving celebrations? Naomi tells us that Jacob and them were with the family for the main course, and then they went over to the Hawthorns for dessert. Child, I would love to have that Elon for dessert. So Naomi just goes on and talks about how, Miss Anita outdid herself 3 different turkeys, ham, Cornish hen. She outdid herself as she always does. Why wouldn't she? She says, but it ain't had nothing compared to Chelsea's extravaganza because Madison's mom is vegan, I believe. Chelsea, sweetheart, how was your holiday? Danny says. Oh, nothing special, but I would much rather hear about the unbelievable event at your place, Mom. And that evil ass Naomi's, as soon as she said she didn't want to tell her, Naomi started looking through her phone like, this bitch don't want to tell her. I'm going to show Mama. Here, Mom, you can look on my phone right here. Look at Chelsea's delectable menu for yourself. There's really no need. Danny says and reads from her phone mashed rutabaga and dairy free cheese sauce. And then Naomi was like, oh, and don't forget the rose, centaury, and cashew butter. Okay, fine. You carnivores, okay? Food can still be delicious without animal products, okay? Right? I'm sorry, sweetheart. Danny says, look, if Madison family comes to visit, I will treat them to a 6-course meal at Mita. All right, Mom. Naomi says, you have left us hanging long enough. What the hell happened on Thanksgiving? Well, I was in the kitchen getting my Smith on a pot on every burner. I miss her. That was a beautiful lady. Oh, she was so. I forgot she was. Yeah, she passed away. Yeah, B. Smith did pass away. She'd be like, "Thank you, Dan." I think that she, like the last few years of her life, she let her husband bring his girlfriend there because I think that she was too sick to be quote unquote wife. So she moved and his girlfriend in the house, and B was okay with it. But I tell you, she was a beautiful chocolate lady, so gorgeous. So Chelsea was like, "You're right, Mom. Completely unbelievable." Well, Naomi was like, look, I know that you can completely host the Danny Dupree hour. Then nail the fashion, food, and guests, and any cooking segment should be left to actual chefs. Yeah, because you really do need to be kept away from any kind of open flame, Mom. So Bill shows up and says, "Preach." Sits down. So, how many firefighters did it take to put out the flames this time, Danielle? We are back at Uptown, and the firefighters, and Cheryl, Liam, and the other dude are just having a good time. And Derek is looking over there at them, not even paying no attention to boring ass Jacob. Does Jacob have any friends? I don't think he does. Derek. What? Are you actually saying that Andre actually told you that Ashley came running to him after breaking off your fucking engagement, dude? Look, Ashley actually told me only because I ran into Andre and I could tell that he was real being cagey about some shit. It took me a minute to pull that truth out of her ass, but she finally admitted that she still does have feelings for the guy. She actually asked him, did they still have a chance? Wow. Look, I'm sorry, man. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Andre is married to Naomi's mother. So if anything happened between him and Ashley. Nah, Derek says he turned her down. But get this shit. He actually told me that he was hoping that Ashley and I still had a chance to work some shit out. Okay, I mean, ain't that what you hoping for, dude? It doesn't matter, Derek says. Ashley and me, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen now. So Andre shows up at the Bird Cafe. So she was looking down and then she looked up and she saw Andre. She who? Haley. Hi, Andre. It's nice to see you. Haley, he says, I would love to stay and chat, but I'm actually headed to the country club to meet Danny. So. Oh, no need to rush. I'm sure that your wife and my husband are keeping each other company. By this time, she told him about Danny and Bill at the country club keeping each other company. Randy had already left. So it's just her sitting at the table at the Bird Cafe. He was like, look, bitch, we've already had this conversation, all right? Keep your spouse away from my spouse. And I certainly don't have no fucking time for the remix, all right? Besides, Danny's having lunch right now with Chelsea and Naomi. So she probably don't even know that Bill is there. Keep telling yourself that. He said, well, I'm sorry that you are so insecure in your relationship, baby. But that ain't me. I mean, me and Danny just got back from our honeymoon. And it's ongoing still. Actually, and we're very happily married. That's it. Period. Andre, leave. You don't have to keep standing there talking to her, trying to prove to her how real your relationship is with Danny. Just stop. Go get your coffee and leave, baby. I just realized you're me 10 months ago. Just enjoying wedded bliss, luxuriating in being married to the person you love. But their ex keeps turning up and dredging up ancient history and old lies and old ass ties. Look, Danny and I are here to stay, all right? I said those exact same words to Danny during one of her many rants about how Bill would ultimately get bored of me and go running back to her. Yeah. Danny even described herself as a what is that? Yeah, a roller coaster on a skyscraper. And right, Bill can't resist. Trying to mock Danny. Andre was like, right. Now she is a ride off limits officially, as far as I'm concerned, with anybody other than me. But if you feel that Bill's eye is wandering yet again, maybe you should step up your game. That's what Randy told her. Step your game up, girl. Oh, honey, I do have a plan, honey. Don't you worry. But if you don't keep your eye on your own game and keep Danny occupied and appreciated, it'll all be for nothing. Will the witness please answer the question? We are back at the country club, and that's Bill's question to the witness, Danny. Danny was like, well, counselor, uh, was there smoke? Yes. The incessant beeping of a smoke alarm? Also, yes. Chinese food instead of Thanksgiving dinner? Okay, yes. But firefighters? No. I know what you're thinking, Bill. And it wasn't like that. Like what? Chelsea says, because they're in the middle. You got Bill on one chair and Danny on another. Bill, don't you dare, Danny said. Bill is sitting there not saying nothing. And Naomi was like, oh, now, Dad, you have to tell us right now, please. Well, they called it, he says, the fire of 47. Your mother and I survived the inferno. Okay, okay, Drama King. I will tell the story. So we were early in our marriage, and this model I used to work with, Pasha, invited us to her destination wedding for her third marriage. Keeping it fresh, obviously. There was a small incident. Small, Bill says. Huh. The entire fucking hotel almost burned the fuck to the ground. It was all your fault. I beg to differ. Okay, look, hey, hush. I'm telling this, okay? So the wedding's in the woods. The woods, honey. Can you believe that shit? Naomi was like, "Girl, I thought she was a model." Well, whatever, girl. She grew up in the forest or some shit like that. So they had a tent for guests to stay in after the ceremony was over. And I don't really do the great outdoors, especially not in bad weather. It was pouring rain, girl. I don't either. I don't like picnics. I don't like family reunions outside. I just don't. I love my family and still love my family. I don't go as often because my mom passed away. I might have to do better within the next couple of years. But when I was little, man, I cannot stand family reunions because it would be hot. Everybody got to be in the kitchen cooking. He fighting these fat ass flies. Every bug in the world just wants to be around you when you're trying to eat that good ass food that your mom and the aunties made. Oh my God, I just cannot stand being outside unless I'm in the mountains and I'm walking from one destination to another. But I cannot stand. Mm-mm. I mean, I know I need to touch grass more, but I will stay in this house for 2 or 3 days and not go outside. And my poor mailbox be runneth over. I need to do better though. But I do peek out the window though. Matter of fact, how many y'all's got it? How many of y'all got caught in that snowstorm? We were blessed. We had a lot of rain down here. So how many of y'all are stuck in the snow being naughty? What is y'all doing? Please make sure that y'all keeping warm, okay? All right, please. All right. Oh my God, your hair, Chelsea says. I know, Danny says. Right, that's the first thing I will be thinking about is my damn hair. So we actually go to a memory. They're doing a lot of memories this time. So your father and I ditched the tent for a hotel we found nearby. So they showing them when they were younger. Now I have this on pause. So when I push this, I wonder is it going to be a younger version of them or will it be them acting young? Let's see. Oh, it's a younger them. So the electricity had went out at the hotel. So the young Danny says, did you not spring for a room with electricity? Oh, look at the young Bill. How sweet. These extras, y'all better be showing up, popping up everywhere. So sweet. Oh, so they talk about how she knows how to light up a room, I guess. So she pulls out these little candles that are in little tins. Wilderness chic, I guess, from the model friend who grew up in the forest. She said her father was so grateful that she had those candles on her that he fell to his knees and worshipped and uh, fell to his knees in gratitude and he worshipped her. This is so cute. I like this. I'm smiling. Did y'all like that little? I know it's corny, but it's cute. I'd rather see this girl than having one episode of Leslie. Just, yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool today. So he was like, "How did I ever doubt your brilliance?" She's like, "Oh, I mean, everybody asks me that all the time." So he's kissing up her hand. So Bill paused that shit. He's like, "Wait the fuck a minute. Hold up. I love this. I love it." Hopefully they'll reach back and show Naomi and Jacob's wedding so I can see how much of a fool Isaiah did. Show them fighting and shit. Bill was like, "That ain't what happened." Danny was like, "Wait a minute, that's what I remember." Look, just let's just get to the good part, Bill says. Danny was like, "Look, I'm painting a picture." He said, "Well, I painted faster. Look, your mother got the bright idea to make s'mores inside of the hotel room. The only reason to go camping, as far as I'm concerned," Danny said. Naomi was like, "Wait a minute. So where in the hell did you get the ingredients?" So we go to Bill's version of the story. This is so precious. He says that the I guess the reception area or one of the stations in the hotel had a s'more station. That bitch like scooped everything in her purse. She took all the marshmallows and chocolate bars and graham crackers. He said he ain't never seen that much in his life. This was so fun. You know what this remind me of? How the ER how the ER how I how sex sent me to the ER. It reminds me of that. Um, A Thousand Ways to Die. It gives me that type of really stupid narration, and you got the people who are talking about the story, voiceover, but then you have the people acting out, and then giving actual uh talking the script out at the same time. I love stuff like that. I'm real quirky, and when it comes to my imagination and creativity. So I like this. I like this. So he's looking at all the bag. This is young Bill. He's like, "All of this is for us." She was like, "Yeah." So Danny paused and she said, "Nigga, that ain't true." She paused his story. They did like a TV thing. Are y'all try to use my little idea? I'm still trying to wait for my damn video to get monetized. Come on, Paramount Plus. Give me that coin. She's like, "Look, they were perfectly packaged, fitting in my all in like little plastic bags, okay? And they all fit in my tiny designer purse, okay? I mean, it was a model, okay, waiting on the inside. Portion control." He was like, "Yeah, well, how many those portions did you shove into your tiny little designer purse?" "I was toasting marshmallow over a candle," she says. We should see the young Danny. She said, "Your father was being his usual annoying self. He just kissing all over her neck and all loud and shit." And she says that I was not having it. And so she's like, "Hey, I'm working here." And he's just still nibbling on her neck. "Ooh." He says, "So am I," kissing on her. And she says, "Your foolishness distracted me, and I left the marshmallow over a flame for too long." You get to see the flame just build it up. "So is that it?" Chelsea says, "The fire of 47?" Naomi says, "Dad, I think you used the word inferno. I thought it was like an inferno the way you just described." "Hold on," Danny says. "We are getting there." Bill says, "Well, the marshmallow caught fire." Oh my God. She says she started waving it back and forth to pull it out. And you know what probably happened. That thing probably fell off the stick. He was like, "Right. You look like you were in a beauty pageant contestant twirling a damn flaming baton." "I knew it," she said. The marshmallow flew off the stick, got stuck to a particularly tacky curtain, and it went up in flames from there. Yeah, those hotel curtains do be tacky. And so it set off the sprinkling system, and Bill says that they look like two drowned rats. She was like, "Speak for yourself, honey. I still look good." He was like, and well, and that is how I remembered it. So they just did this long stare, and then the girls are like, "Ooh." "Well, it looks like we could use another round. Chelsea, would you like to help me get drinks?" And he's like, "Well, look, girls, that's what the servers are for, sweetheart, all right? And we certainly do pay more than enough in membership fees to be served in a timely fashion." "It'll probably be quicker, Dad, if Naomi and I just order from the bar, all right? Excuse us." The girls' greatest escape should have probably what we should have done back in that smoke filled hotel room. That is what Danny tells Bill as the girls skedaddle to the bar. She was like, "What the hell were we thinking without, like, we didn't even hightail it out of there?" He was like, "Why would we ever cut and run? We thought everything that we needed was in that room." So the girls are at the bar, gossiping, Naomi. Didn't mom just tell us how amazing her honeymoon was with Andre? Now mom and dad are acting like they used to before she who shall make be nameless came in and blew everything apart. So they just talking, and so Naomi was like, I still can't believe I just didn't see the red flashing warning signs wearing stiletto heels and a mini skirt when I first met that bitch. I just can't believe that I missed it. She fooled every single one of us, Chelsea says. And so they hear Danny and Bill having a good time, just cackling, honey. You know what? I wish for this, Chelsea says. You wanted mom and dad back together? I mean, well, kinda. Maybe, Chelsea said. Okay, yeah, okay. Because Naomi was looking at her like, girl, tell me the truth. Like, was I so wrong? Naomi says, no, girl. So, you felt the same way? Not really, Naomi says, but I do get where you're coming from, sis. I guess my reaction had a lot to do with who dad cheated on mom with and how betrayed I felt by the both of them. Um, I wonder what happened though, because I mean, I guess the way that Bill was feeling back then when he met Haley had a lot to do with how he was feeling toward Vernon, feeling used. I don't think that did Danny use Bill like that? Because she gave up a lot of her life for him. So I mean, her career actually. So I think it was more so of a fuck you to Vernon. I don't think it had, and I guess Danny just happened to be collateral damage, but I feel like it had a lot to do with Vernon. That's what I feel. What do y'all think? So Naomi was like, well, was I wrong to feel that way? And Chelsea was like, absolutely not. It feels like years since the affair and the war zone that our lives became afterwards. I mean, Bill was having a lot of affairs. It wasn't just, well, that one was the straw, but Danny knew of all the women he was kicking it with. So, but I guess that feeling, it wasn't that long ago when I was hoping that mom and dad somehow work things out. Then we can all go back to being the Hamiltons again. But even before, hey, her, so because they not gonna say her name, honey. That's what Naomi says. Things were not idyllic. I mean, that's true, but seeing them getting to it right now, it just brought back so many memories. I mean, they're really good times, and you can't deny that there were a ton of those. Do you think? And then Danny lets out this loud ass laugh, and so Naomi was like, "Do you really want them to get back together, girl? Because I don't know. I don't know." Chelsea says, "We've all changed so much. You guys have since February. Y'all, you guys, hair has changed, strength, it storylines, people die, y'all have changed a whole lot, girl. And some of us not so much, Naomi says. Maybe it's just a story that they were telling, okay? The season of the lives that they were in. I'm loving this that they're talking about them in their little corner. When I tell you, I love this. I've been waiting to see this connection between them two for the longest because Naomi just seems to be so wrapped up into her career and her husband. Good. It's good to see that they are bouncing ideas off of each other. And in this instance, it sounds like to me that Chelsea is the one that's in control of this conversation. And it just got me just seeing them like that. It just got me feeling some type of way. It felt like some type of a double shot of nostalgia. So just ignore me. So, well, let me tell you this for what it's worth. Naomi says, I'm kind of hopped up on this same fix right now, too. Okay. And that's okay. Chelsea says, well, Naomi is like, well, much like caffeine, it's doable in small doses. So the girls bring their drinks all back to the table. So, Dad, any interesting legal cases? Yes, Dad. Tell us all about it. So they're trying to skip the subject. Did our daughters really inherit their complete lack of subtlety from you or from me? This is what Danny tells Bill. I think they're gonna say from the both from you. I think they're gonna say from me. I think they're gonna say the same thing at the same time. Let's see. Definitely you. So they pointed to each other and said the same thing at the same time. So even when they're trying to skip the subject, you still see the connection there. So it's cute. You keep talking in code as though we're running a play to the 20-yard line. We are back at the cafe, the Bird Cafe, and this is Andre talking to Haley about her bullshit. Look, whatever you got going on with Bill and whatever I got going on with Danny, bitch, they ain't even in the same league. Not even in the same multiverse that you inhabit and dwell in. We have more in common than you think. Plus, we're connected. After all, we're family. Step parents unite. Sorry, step parents unite. He's like, wow. He's like, you and me. There's no we. Your issue is with your husband, he says. That's all your problem. For someone whose job is to shine a spotlight on what's staring him dead in the face, Andre, you're pretty damn blind. Hopefully she doesn't tell him that she saw Danny and Bill kissing. Because she did see them at least one time kiss. She gonna definitely tell him. He says, look, trust me, I've seen everyone in this convoluted equation for exactly who the fuck they are. How about we agree to disagree? He was like, and anyway, for the damn record, Danny has never felt more appreciated than she is right damn now. You know, there's this saying, the camera doesn't lie. So, since your vision is clearly cloudy, why don't you do what you do best? Next time Bill and Danny are yucking it up or fighting like cats and dogs, doesn't matter which, why don't you take a mental pick? I'll guarantee with your mind's eye, you'll spot exactly what I see. Plain as day. Uh-huh. We're done here. Ah, see? There's a we after all. That bitch. Well, but at the same time, I rarely agree with that bitch. But she's right. She's definitely right. Now that Danny is back and not underneath Andre in LA, she still has that spark. That twinkle was definitely in that eye, baby. So he left, and so she was like, got him. Because she had to plant that seed, which will mean Danny will work hard to make sure that maybe she's trying to destroy their marriage so Danny can act crazy and disheveled and stuff. And then he would be like, Danny, shut the fuck up, get away from me. I love my wife. And then he'll give her back that attention. So probably. Um, we're back at Uptown. Derek is talking about Ash. All that grief Ash gave me when I was paralyzed. It turns out the whole time she was lying too. He says, I want to fucking hate her. This would all be so much easier if I could just hate her ass. I understand that. You be wanting to hate these motherfuckers. They hurt you. You want to hate them. But if you have such that good heart, it's just hard to do, man. Ah, it's so hard to do. But you don't. Well, look, finding out about her calling Andre like that does change things, though. For instance, I certainly won't be feeling no damn guilty for hooking up with somebody if that opportunity comes around again. Wait a minute, bro, again? Did you hit it and quit it with somebody already? Nah, man, it wasn't like that. Okay, okay, I ain't think so. He pointed over at Cheryl. She came on to me. He looked over there. Jacob was like, damn, you hooked up with her? Well, hooking up, not really, he says, but she came over to Ashley's box to help me to move some stuff out. And then when I tell you Jacob was biting at the bit, he was like, yeah, go on, man, tell me. Tell me what the fuck happened, man. She started flirting with me, and things started leading in a certain direction. And okay, okay, well, stop, keep telling me what's going on. And we kissed. He looking all bright eyed, like, man, it could have gotten further, but I put on the brakes. All I could fucking think about was Ashley. Probably, man, you was getting busy with another woman in Ashley's box. That's why. I know y'all be like, Shard at Ashley's box. That's me. That's how I talk. And she does. She lives like this. Her apartment is just a complete square. It's her box. He's like, look, okay, y'all, yo, I know that wasn't cool, bro. All right. I'll just add that shit to the long list of mistakes I've already made. I mean, but that was one of the more fun mistakes I made, though. Yeah. So, Cheryl, Jacob says, you interested in that? He says, I'm not quite ready for that, but it does feel fucking good knowing that I have options, and it really does always feel good. That's not your goal, okay, ladies and gentlemen? But it's good to know that you still got it. Yeah. Ooh, if Jacob don't say a word, just be careful, bro. Getting involved with a coworker can get dangerous. That is true. Never, well, this is my rule, and I told my daughter the same damn thing. Now y'all move, y'all been in relationships, y'all do whatever. Don't fuck around with no coworker and don't fuck around with no neighbor because when it's over or if it gets over, then you got to move or you got to find a new job, which is both risky. So if you don't fuck around with no neighbor and you don't fuck around with no coworker, you cool. All right? All right now. And no ex, like your friend's ex. Unless y'all got a girl code or bro code, that it's all right if you fuck around. But don't fuck around with one of your close friends' ex because that's a no. That's a no. Girl code, boy code. No. If you done it and it worked out for you, great. But no, that that put the crosses up on my fingers. No ma'am, no sir, no ham on no ma'am. Derek was like, "Fuck that. We are hardly coworkers at this point. I got a long way to go before I'm cleared to go back to my job. So we ain't no coworkers, bro. Listen, I know how much being a firefighter means to your ass, and that should be your focus right now. Not looking for Ashley's replacement." Derek is anxious. Yeah, he's too anxious. Ashley is too cautious. They would never work. No, they would never work. Well, once you get back to where you need to be, there will be plenty of times for more puss, you know, or as he says, fun mistakes. Girl, we're back at Ashley's box, honey. And she's talking to her mother. I really didn't love Derek, but I knew I didn't want to build a life with him. And y'all pray for me. You got your bed, you got all those damn chairs you could have pulled out and did. Maybe that's the direction of the director. But she's sitting on her table that she eats on and she has on her pajamas. You know she didn't wash her ass. But that's what she eats. Y'all, I'm here to make y'all kiki. I pick out the small things. If I can remember putting this on my damn picture thing, I will. Why are you sitting your ass on the table where you eat, girl? If we gonna trip the fuck out at that about that damn poker table, we should be. I know you're like, girl, that's her house. She could sit on the couch. She could sit on the table. She can do whatever. No, mama, come over there. Didn't damn Mona just come over there and ate like last week, and you got your ass on the table? Shit. I only proposed because I didn't want him to face being paralyzed alone. So Jan was like, girl, as much as you like taking care of people, then taking care of patients, and then coming home taking care of a man that you really didn't love, something would have definitely broken sooner or later. That is true, Jan. That is so true. I did love Derek. Jan was like, well, why did you not come clean to him, knowing that you didn't want to get married? You could have definitely been there for his ass as a friend. There was never a good time to break his heart, let alone in a way that wouldn't make me look like a total jerk, which I am. Yeah. What you are is human, Jan says. I mean, you can't let what other people think define who you are, and you ain't lying, girl. I used to be, it was a time, baby, when I would just live to please other people, and I was never happy. You dance and do what they want you to do, then the other people in the other corner get mad at you. Then the other people in the other corner want you to do what they want you to do, then somebody down the street get mad. Then people down the street get mad. Then the people over in another state get mad. The other state. And the whole time you still ain't never did what the fuck you wanted to do. Don't do that. Cause if that was the case, I would have stopped cussing and stopped saying, you know what I'm saying? To please other people. You can't do that. I'd be crazy, and people don't understand. Yeah, if there's some big coins involved, then I'll be like, well, today's episode of Recap Auntie is about Ashley talking to her mother about. I'll change this shit. If the coins is right, I don't know if y'all know her or not, but I love her and I will always address her as her because that's how I discovered her. T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison has had a life, and if you don't know her, you follow her. I love her. I absolutely love her personality. I love her cussing. I love when she be reading people. I love that she's herself. She was able to transition from her lifestyle that she was part of. I can be careful what I say, to the mainstream, and she has really done great, to being on Beyonce's album, to be making movies, being her own TV show, just being her. And one thing about her, she tried to clean it up a little bit, and then she found out, bitch, nope, I'm not doing that. People like her being the way she is, and she has so many celebrity people who love it. They sometimes she has to reel it back in if somebody get on her fucking nerves. But I do like her, and I'm not trying to be like her. I'm not trying to be like her, but I like that she's solid in who she is. She's unapologetically herself. She that body of hers, she said, looks like a sack of potatoes, and it does. But I love that she's confident in herself. She's very bold. She's unafraid. She's from Miami, she's just herself. And so I really do admire her about that. She's gonna always be herself. She don't care what people think or say. And so I kind of looked at her as a person that I looked up to, although I'm older than her. And when I was deciding to do this particular channel, especially the recaps, I'm a cusser. And I want to keep people, but at the same time, I'm like, bitch, do you? And that's what I decided to do. And I was like, whoever come will be here. Whoever won't be here. So, and it seemed like, y'all like it. And I'm myself, and I can't change it. I'm the same way in person. So, but I'm fun, 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 fun. So yeah, be yourself, honey. If you're a young person, just find out who you are. You might have to go through some experiences, whether it's loss, breakups, heartbreaks, betrayals. You're gonna have to go through a lot before you can really settle into who you are. Sometimes a lot of these kids understand that a lot sooner than I did, because I'm just learning mine within the last 5 years. Took me 50 years to learn it. So, and I'm glad that I learned it. Better late than never. Okay, girl, get back to the show. We still got about 20 minutes. Clearly, I'm bored with not Lord, the Ashley and Jan moment. Jan always drops nuggets, but Ashley. So Jan was like, "Girl, you good?" "Yeah, I'm good, because we are Morgan girls forever." This is my first time seeing them do their little hand job thing. It's cute. Hey, but you guys another round. This is Cheryl bringing the men their beer, honey. She treated them for another round. Okay, let's see what they gonna say. Oh, we're back at Uptown. Thanks, he says. Jacob says. Jacob Hawthorne shakes her hand. Oh, and son of the cheat, right? I'd heard about you, detective. Looking forward to facing off on the softball field when we play the annual firefighter cop charity game. All right. Be careful what your ass wish for, all right? My RBI record is outstanding. That's because you'd never faced me on the pitcher's mound. My changeup is legendary. Tell him, Baldwin. Yeah, no. Cheryl, no. No, she's great. I mean, that's how doofus he looked. First day with the new lips, I see. Clearly, they need some practice. Okay, bro, look, I understand why you couldn't wait to get her, babe. In Ashley's apartment, man. Damn, that woman's fire. All right, watch it, Jacob. Shit. Because you was being a little flirty, all right? Oh, damn, Jacob. All right, come on, bro. That was a good one. The woman's firefighter, you get it? He wasn't even looking. He was just looking at her. It's like, damn, he's biting his lip, moving in his chair like he wanted to go jump her bones right then. Oh, sorry, dude. I mean, softball games is another thing I'm missing out on. I mean, going out on calls, helping people, even sitting around the table at the firehouse. So he misses it. He says that those guys are more than just his coworkers. They are definitely his family. Oh, daring. Yeah, Jacob said it's like that on the force too. And so, Derek was like, "Yeah, see, you understand me, bro. We got each other's backs, and when things get tough. So he was like, he just been away from it for way too long, and training newbies was like his job. That's what he did. He's been away far too long. He's just so frustrated. He says he's an outsider in his own house. Damn. Why did you guys call it a fire of 47? We are back at the country club with Naomi asking Danny and Bill that very interesting question because I want to know too. It was our room number, she says. He says, yeah, until the manager asked us to leave, Bill says. And while they're talking, we see Andre arrive. And of course, all that seed of discord that Haley has planted in his head, he sees them sitting as a family. And you see he paused. Bill was like, that was the first time I've been ever kicked out of a hotel. Danny was like, me, honey, I've lost count. Girl, young models, parties, alcohol, you figure that shit out. You know, the idea of you two in the fire is not as horrifying as you two in flannel, Chelsea says as Andre approaches. Hey there. Oh, finally, my husband. Danny stands up. He was like, yeah, I'm sorry I came late. And you see Bill looking all sour. I didn't know that Bill's ass was going to be joining us for dessert. Stop looking insecure, Andre. I'm not. I'm here waiting on Haley. Hopefully she doesn't have me waiting as long as well. And so Andre was like, well, hopefully she doesn't have you waiting long. I'm pretty sure that you both of y'all, you and Haley, her and you and her, yeah, y'all got some place to be, right? And so she shows up there. And so Naomi was like, and here she is. Chelsea was like, oh my God, that conjure thing is true. Remember they said earlier, if you speak her name, she pops up because they hadn't said her name the whole time until Andre got there. When they said her name, that's when she popped up. You better get over there, Bill. Danny says we wouldn't want your bride to feel neglected. And I know, Andre, you've been extra. You talking about, I know how my wife feels when people don't appreciate her, and I would never make that mistake. Andre, please, you being petty now, bro. Real petty. And he landed a big fat one on them lips, and Bill just sitting there, still sitting there. Your wife just showed up, nigga. Why you ain't get up and be with your wife? She gonna be like, nigga, where you at? Come on now, bro. They looked to me that they wanted you to include you tonight. But to me, you're the one that wanted to keep your distance. I swear that sentence was shorter than that. We're back at Uptown, and that's what Jacob tells Derek. Like, you're the one, they wanted you to come over there, but you're the one that don't want to be over there with them. What's going on? So Derek was like, man, I don't know. Well, I do damn know, Jacob says, and I'm finna fix this shit. So he picks up both of their beers. What are you doing? I'm fixing to go take a drink and have a drink with your family. Come on. Get a wheel on. Come on. Come on, hobble over here, Mom. Come on. So Jacob was like, any room at the table? Because the next round is on Derek. Same thing for everybody. I'm sorry. Same thing for everybody. Jacob went on and got everybody their drinks, and they had a good time. That was nice. That's what you need to do. Be inclusive, man. Be all isolated. It ain't cool. So they just talk about little nick and that, this and that about damn beers and cats, and firefighters bring the heat and the cops bring the tickets. And so Jake was like, hey, he already over there at the bar. I can hear your ass. So the guy was like, hey, buddy, give me a break, all right? So Derek was like, I'm here now, right? Okay. And Cheryl was like, oh, yes, you should order. And she rubs his shoulder. Jacob was like, hey, here we go, here we go. We pass out everybody's a beer. You good, bro? I'm sorry, you good, bro? And Derek was like, I'm doing great. I feel like I'm having emotional whiplash. We're with the girls. They left really quick from the country club. Now they're at the Bird Cafe, and that was what Naomi told Chelsea. Like, girl, I just feel like I'm just in. You got me going in circles. Yeah. Mom and Dad continue to be hella weird. Naomi says, and all the sparks that were flying between them. I thought that they were going to start the fire of 2025. That's cute. This is the most chit chatty they have been in a whole damn the hashtag the whole Allison kidnapping series. But I ain't never seen these girls talk this much before. And then once Haley and Andre walked in, not a good look. And I talked to Dad, Naomi says, about keeping his distance from Mom, but nothing I said seems to sink in as that thick head of his. I mean, isn't there some type of legal maneuver that you can use to keep them apart? If there were, don't you think I would have used that shit by now? Okay, look. Well, maybe we're just too close to the situation, right? Maybe we're seeing something that isn't actually there. Naomi looked at her like, bitch. Well, okay, maybe mom asked dad to join us because she thought we really like to see him. Naomi was like, okay, bitch, what else? Okay, girl, look, I'm not even buying what the fuck I'm saying, so. Chelsea, I'm telling you, Naomi says, we both saw her eyes light the fuck up when she spotted him across the room. And the way she headed straight toward him like a heat seeking missile. Chelsea says, Naomi was like, very bad, girl. Very bad. Because these damn incidences, they are not one offs, okay? There's something that keeps drawing her back to dad even now. It's like she has Bildar. You know? Naomi was like, I love mom. I really do. But sometimes she needs to be saved from herself. She's a glutton for punishment when it comes to Bill. She really is. Preach. Especially because I know she's happy with Andre. Like, really, really happy. But what can we do? I really hate that I'm going to say this, Naomi says, but maybe Haley can figure out something to keep dad away from her. And let's hope that it's something permanent. Watch what you say, girl. Watch what you say, boo. For everyone's sake. Girl, you don't want nothing permanent, but she thinking of something. So they went back to the country club and we see Haley texting Randy talking about he needs to put a rush on her order. So we see Danny on the other side of the room talking with her husband. So did you have a good time at the show, baby? So he talks about Andre talks about some really, really great 3D effects that he would like to try in his own work. So yeah, Sean did good, didn't he? Did Sean do good, Andre? So the waiter puts a silver tray on Bill's table. And so Andre was still talking to Danny about he also asked a buyer to buy, one of his art pieces, and just like she suggested, she's like, "Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, look, look. I wish the girls were here to see what's going to happen over at Bill's table." So Bill had went out. I guess he went to go pee and came back, and he was ready to sit down. I bet you there are some s'mores because they never got a chance to eat the s'mores at when they like years ago. So I bet you she gave him a plate of s'mores. So I'm gonna guess. Let's see. So as he was sitting down, he asked Haley, "Did she order something special for him?" She's like, "No, the waiter just put it down. I thought you ordered it on your way from the men's room. I told you he went to go pee." So it was a burnt marshmallow. So Danny pointed and smiled. He was when he took the lid off. He's like, "Oh." They pointed at each other, and then Haley looked at Andre, and Andre just gobbled a big gulp of some of that brown he was drinking. I want to hear all about the story behind that poor little marshmallow. That's what Haley tells Bill. He's not going to tell her. But first, I want to kiss. And so she grabs him and just starts tonguing him down right there. They're going to have like a kissing fest. So, on the other table with Danny and Andre, while Haley is tugging Bill down, she finally actually tells him the whole story about the marshmallow. And Andre was like, huh, yeah, okay. I guess you had to be there, Danny said. She's like, are you okay? You seemed tense when you came in, when you saw Bill with us. And now you do seem to be even more tense after you hear the story about something so silly that happened years ago, baby. You care to tell me why? He was like, yeah, it is something bothering me. I really don't think it's fucking funny that Bill is inserting himself back into your life or that you're playing right into his fucking hands by sending him reminders of something that happened years ago. Andre, I thought you were better than that. Damn. Sometimes a marshmallow is just a marshmallow, Danny says. He says, Danny, and sometimes it's way more than that. And we both know that shit. She said, you're right. That marshmallow does represent a relationship, my relationship with Bill. Thank you, Andre says. It's messy. She says it's scorched and sticky. And nobody wants it, especially me. What I want, it's what's right in front of me. Yes, girl, you better tell him that. So she reached in to kiss him. I don't. I think that, like I said, I think Danny does like that she still has a hold on him, but when Haley was kissing Bill, she didn't look over there at the table at them. She noticed that her husband was tense and she wanted to make sure he felt okay. So I think that she said score. Y'all remember that? That was the name of the episode, Score, a few episodes ago. But I don't know if she feels the same way for him. I think she just likes to know that she got him by the balls. Uh-huh. I don't know. Y'all know I'll be guessing. But when she was kissing Andre, of course, Bill doesn't hide it. He's over there looking, and Haley's looking like, oh, this nigga. I wish we would get this poison so I can get him in the grave. She thinks it's that easy. You think you're going to kill a high powered attorney who's a family man, who's well known, who's popular, who's rich? You're just going to just take his money and leave? Girl, that's one stupid con. It really is. It's dumb. But anyway, that is the end of episode 181. It was pretty good. It was pretty decent. I love the young Danny and young Bill story. That was cute. Um I'm glad that Ashley finally did admit out loud that she felt sorry for him. I'm glad that what's his name? Derek told Jacob about, old girl. He's clearly closer to Shanice because he tells Shanice everything. Shanice like, look, maybe I shouldn't tell your ass, but I need to tell you this. Um, it was pretty good. I like to see the sisters talking. That was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was refreshing and a good exhale inhale moment of not seeing Leslie this week. But I can't wait to see when Teddy and Shanice gets caught up in the elevator. See how they're gonna work that out. All right, let me go ahead and get this edited and put together. No, another long video. Hopefully, y'all had a good time. I do my little preaching in the middle. Just in case some young people is listening. Y'all are always chime in as always. That's why I appreciate y'all and I love y'all so much. All right, y'all take it easy, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.